close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. In the city, rushing through me, down for a street, all you quickly feel it. In the city, rushing through me, down for a street, all you quickly feel it. Rushing through me, down for a street, all you make me. Rainbow, in the city, rushing through me, down for a street, all you make me feel it. Rainbow, in the city, rushing through me, down for a street, all you make me feel it. In the city, rushing through me, down for a street, all you make me. the street lights lit this town like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight we gonna let it out. Tonight we gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it out. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight we gonna let it out. Tonight we gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it out.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight.
There's a fire in my bones. My sight gets blurry, pushing back the tears. Should take a leap of faith and face my fear. I blame it on the voices that are in my head, wondering if they'll ever be put to bed. Feels like I am close to reaching my wit's end. Holding out, but I'm about to blow it up like a volcano. Like a volcano. Blow it up like a volcano. What you do, what you do, what you do to me? Can't you see what it means when you're setting free? What you do, what you do, what you do to me? Can't you see what it means when you're setting free?
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as a lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the dead of the night, teardrops on the floor. The pain is over, feel the darkness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Yeah, welcome to a special event that we are running here. Our SRO qualifier event. 144 minutes worth of races, and it's going to be quite a bit of fun. I have a call, so I'm going to be a little bit more calm. less enthusiastic here. And qualifying is already underway. I was just quickly resyncing everything because I reset my PC and I completely forgot about that as well. So that is now underway. But it looks like I am not able to connect to the game for some reason. And I hope that I can get this fixed. I don't know why this is happening. I'm quickly going to try and fix that. And then I hope that I can actually fix it. It's been a while since I've been on here. Because it currently says that I should be connected, but I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm quickly figuring this out. It's been a while since I've used the program as well, to be fair. So yeah. I'm quickly gonna check if I've done everything correctly when I... Alright, I see what I've done wrong here. Apologies for this, by the way. I wasn't expecting this to be reset when I changed the stream again. When I set up the... So yeah, I hope that I can get it fixed now. And if not, I'm going to have to restart again. It looks like I'm going to have to restart. Then we'll be able to get it away. So they're already out during qualifying. We're at Watkins Glen today. And I can't wait for this one. It's going to be quite a bit of fun, I think. We are soon going to figure out how that one's going to go down. I can't wait, personally. It's going to be quite a bit of fun. Now it should be set up correctly. I don't think we're going to run into any major problems now. Okay, but yeah, now we're here. We are all ready to go as well. The chat is up, by the way, as well. So you guys are able to interact with me in real time now, which is another change that came with the current update that we have to our new streaming overlay, which is quite a bit of fun. Have that, and well, let's see if everything works now then. Yes, it appears it does. All right, so we are well on the way, and it appears that we are all ready to go. We've got 12 teams on. Not too many here, but good enough to make for some good racing, I think. And well, can't wait to see how it unfolds myself. Now, it's obviously been a while since I've done this stream. Right, one small issue here that I gotta take into consideration. Video settings. Because my VSync is on. That's not how I want it to be. Nope, that is now correct. And also I need to change the HUD a little bit. Circuit map to full. Now I think we're all set. Now it's supposed to be how I want it to be. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hop right into it, shall we? I accidentally tab into the wrong thing. Alright, but here we are. Took a little while, but at least we are gone racing. And actually can't wait to see how this one's going to go here. It's been a good while since I've been streaming any of these. So we've got 12 teams on the grid there, so the grid is a little bit smaller than I anticipated here, but obviously this is a team event, so technically there's 24 drivers ready to race today, and mainly drivers that we all know, mainly drivers that I find to be quite big names now as well, right? At least recognizable names. I mean, we've got Brown was quick, Oliver Anderson has been long gone, but is now back. Tomczyk's really quick, Dominic Gies is well known as well, and then we've got a World of Racing driver who I guess is teamed up with Davey Hill then. That indeed is the case, and yeah, that was kind of expected as well. He was going to show up, and that's good to see. And well, that is honestly looking quite great. Curious to see how his new teammates will do. Us obviously has joined that team now during last season. I know very little about it here, so yeah, it's good to see as well. John Dudley's once again there. Aaron Holloway, Handke, Aaron Sparks in there as well. Was actually gone for an interesting livery here. It's the interesting pink Godzilla livery. Now I know he's been teasing me with this a little bit longer ago. Interesting livery at least. And I must say that the Nissan GTR is honestly an interesting choice to see on the track as well. It's not a car that we see every day. Quite fun. Got Dan Pickles, Darren Christie as well as man I haven't seen in a long time here. Being Cole Mooney. That's fun, isn't it, as well? Now the times are all going to come in rather sooner than later. And SRO set the Carriage 59 liveries, for me an all-time favorite at least. The driver I am currently aboard with as well. I'm curious to see what he's going to do here. More and more drivers going to cross the line rather soon, and Aaron Sparks is one of them. Looks like the lap's been invalidated already for him though. Is there anybody on an active lap right now? Yeah, okay, so it's most likely going to be him. Alexander Pavlik, that comes in now. What's it going to be from him? I'm not sure. Going to be second overall. That is a pretty good start, I must say. John Dudley has had a horrific lap and will not be improving this lap on. Konchik, however, he might. It's great stuff that we're seeing here out of some of the drivers. Konchik is currently setting 1.5 seconds faster laps than he was initially, so good improvements from him. Love to see that. Absolutely lovely. How much more can we expect from drivers like this? It's going to be pole position for now. For Damien Konchik, as Darren Christie is going to cross the line. He's 7/10 quicker for the time being. We'll have to keep this up. A new livery that we're seeing out from him as well. One that I haven't seen before. Good fun, you know. We're seeing more and more creative souls getting out there, which I can only admire. I absolutely love that. Seeing how much more there is to be expected. We're going to find out rather soon, I believe. It's going to be messy. It's going to be fun, though. And just sticking aboard with Darren Christie for a little bit longer here. He seems to be nailing his corners right now. He's already up half a second from his last attempt as well. The car together with Mr. Dudley. Quite a nice lineup, if you ask me. Now we wait for more lap times to come through, and then we're going to soon find out what's going to happen. I believe we're going to see some good improvements coming in rather soon. Just from Moo. We're gonna find out later on. I mean, Darren Christie now, he's a little bit slower than he was initially, and I don't think he's gonna make it. You know, it was looking quite so after all. Now, Damien Konchik's time not registered here, so that could really mean anything. And at the moment, I can only really play the guessing game. Seeing what happens and what comes of it. But it seems to be an okay lap at least for Damien Konchik here, but is it gonna be enough? Well, not yet here. Quite at least. No improvements. Does that really matter though? I mean, he's already put on a stellar lap here, 1:43.045, and he's really the only driver actually close to times like that. So I don't think it's gonna matter too much for now. But it is a really impressive performance once again we're seeing out of drivers like this, and I can only say, well, I wish I would one day get close to that level, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Looks like the times have kind of settled for now as well. Nobody's really improving on the laps anymore. Chris is coming around though. And the car that he's sharing with John Dudley, I don't know if it's going to be good enough for a change up in the standings. And well, is just going to be P8. Alexander Pavlik is now improving. Ever so slightly, at least. Looks like he's just nailing his corners right now as well. It's going to be a slight improvement from him. It's going to be 1/10 that he's able to shave off once again. It doesn't really put him anywhere that he wants to be, but still an improvement is an improvement at this point. Amy Konchik, however, will not be improving as it looks like right now, and that's be a little bit disappointing here. As, well, he would love to just secure his position even more, but still. Again, how much is there to gain if you're already winning anyways? Pickles gonna have a tough lap this one as well. No improvements as of yet. Very tough cook here for him. But I'm afraid it might just not be it. It might just not be good enough. And well, he's gonna come into that pits and try again later. This man is improving. It's Michael Syme, a driver that I know to be a rapid driver, but not necessarily one of the drivers that I expect to be at the top here. So I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. Looks like Michael Syme is just going to get real tight here. Like, is it going to be an improvement? I'm not sure. It's going to be so close. He's basically hitting equal lap times right now. And, well, there he stops and calling it a day, it appears. There's 7 minutes left of qualifying here. What that's going to bring him, I don't know. We're going to find out rather soon. There's a reset for Pollock as well. Anderson not improving. He's so close, but doesn't get it in the end. In the driver 667. It's gone off as well. That's Cole Mooney now resetting. So, Supercharged have got a handful of drivers here on the grid, which is fun to see. Not bad at all. Good stuff that we're seeing here out of... Ooh, a new driver on the grid. Well, it's not necessarily new, but Samuel Mbugo has left to pick up the pieces here, as it appears that Mr. Sparks has come out of the car here, and well, he won't be improving his lap times this time on, so once again, a bit tough here. Even though it's not looking too bad for some of the drivers here, I must say that I'm loving every single bit of this. Well, it's become a rather close race, which is always good fun to see. This is only qualifying, right? And these drivers are going to go head-to-head in the special event in just a moment here as well. Obviously, the second race of the two. Looks like we're not going to see any major improvements anymore. It looks like everybody's kind of just settled here. We got a Krupetzi in the car. Can he do anything? It doesn't really look like it. For now, he's just kind of leaving it be. The times are solid all around. Good stuff. I'm enjoying this. It's going to be 5 minutes until we actually get underway with the race. And we've got a long one ahead of us as well. We are sure that one will deliver, or at least I am sure. I don't know about you guys, but despite the field being a little bit smaller, it is still going to be a very interesting matchup, I think. Can't wait to see how this one's going to come down here. This is Samuel Mbugo then. Oh, a good improving run. He's actually the only driver in the positive delta right now. Well, very technically Konchik is as well, but it's by thousandths of a second, so Nothing that really makes me think that's gonna matter too much in the end. They're on the limit there, and unfortunately also a little bit slower, so now it's back to equal again. And he would need to improve quite a bit to get close to the time of Dominic Gies, and Dominic Gies obviously is a driver that is not here to fool around, so it's good stuff. It's going to be one improvement in the end, unfortunately. Wherever the always quick driver in Dominic Gies, or Gies, I believe it is just looking to improve right now. 10th up from his original time. Very much on the limit there for Dominic Gies here, but he is improving quick now. So is Samuel Mbugua. So once these drivers come in, we also have to we need to have a look at Samuel here. I think he's going to be able to put off a good time here. For now, I like what I'm seeing. Well, just not it at the moment here. I want to switch back to Samuel Mbugua, who was just about to cross the line and improves on his time massively, but it's just not getting them anywhere, or at least not where they wanted to be originally, which is a shame. Maybe you've asked for a little bit too much here. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to estimate what these drivers are really able to do on a track like this, plus the fact that we are driving not alongside each other here, but rather just together a little bit more. It's also making it difficult for me to kind of estimate as to what's actually going on. It's fine, it's whatever. It's honestly going to be an enjoyable show here, I can tell you that much. And to me, that is no matter who drives in the car. Amigos is just it's a league that has a special place in my heart, right? I have been with them for a very long time. Every time that I've streamed for them, I've enjoyed it so much. It's just like home, you know. It's the league that got me into sim racing broadcasting. As if you might know, I originally came from esports here. Mainly Counter-Strike was the game that I invested everything in. Looks like we're all good. Clive Bixby is gone rather aggressively, looking to improve by 1.5 seconds. That is a statement if we were to able to do so. In this late in the round, this could just be a pole position lap here. And I think just about might. Or has it just been... Oh, what's happened there? Has it not come through? According to the Delta, I was improved massively, but now I'm starting to second guess myself as to what's actually happened. A little bit awkward here as well. That was obviously a little bit of a hiccup there. And Dominic Gies, well, is not finding it here. Konchik's coming in first place, and Todd Brown's still trying at it as well. Whether they're actually going to be able to perform well, no guarantees. At least I can guarantee you that much, that nothing in this league is guaranteed. as it looks like we are just going to be seeing all the drivers come in now and finish up their final laps. Looks like all the drivers now coming in as well are setting the order. Ugo with an impressive P5 here. Konchik leads and Todd Brown, well, has set in a stellar lap as well. This is some good racing that we're seeing here. I can't wait to see how this one unfolds in just a moment. Gonna be great. That is what I do know here. Well, as all the drivers come in now, this is going to be it. Michael Symes, the last driver on the grid here. Trying to improve with however little he's got left, and that's going to be it here then. That is going to be the order for now, and ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be taking a small break here. And we're immediately back as well with our race here, which is going to be quite a long one here, and I can't wait to see this one unfold here. It's going to be a bit of fun, can guarantee you that much. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed the stream so far. It's going to be a spectacular race here going on, so I can't wait. And we're going to be taking a small break before we head right into it, right? So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. In the city, ocean, running down, street, all you with me, feel it. In the city, ocean, running down, street, all you with me, feel it. Oh no.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it away. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away.
All right, and it appears that it is almost time to start here. But, took a little while, but we got there, and appears that all the drivers here are ready and set to get going, which is great to see here. So it's going to be 12 teams on the grid here, 12 teams of 2, as per usual. me, there's no big surprises here. Theo Fredericks now in the car of... oh no, actually it's not. It's just that it hasn't. That's an interesting duo as well. Theo Fredericks and Todd Brown. It's going to be a damage duo. At least one that I see having potential. But of course we're going to find out in just a moment here whether that's actually going to be the case or not. I am beyond excited to be on the mic again for Amigos Racing League. It's been a while. I unfortunately got very sick. I'm still recovering. But, we're back to racing, which is honestly a great feeling. It's been way too long since I've actually managed to do so. Man, does it feel good. Waiting for everybody to get those tires nice and warm here, as we're soon going to start here around the Glen. Absolutely lovely experience, I can guarantee you that much here. It's going to be a great matchup all the way. And interesting to see for me as well. Who's actually gonna be off well enough here at the start as well. As I know that the starts at Amigos, they can get chaotic, you know, this is rolling start as we usually do. As we now all get ready, we're driving slowly. We are soon going to be starting the race. 2 hours and 24 minutes. Here we go then. We are gonna get underway rather soon. As we are now at the finish line. We are off and well off as well. For some of the drivers here, immediately you can see the gaps kind of appearing and disappearing here all the way through. And it looks like we'll all make it through the first corner safely at least here. And sure, it's always a little bit messy. Looks like we've managed. Which is great to see here. So we're all off to a flying start. There's been some position changes, sure, but seems to be okay for now. No big surprises here. As it looks like Konchik has maintained that lead. Handke's gone by Todd Brown here. And other than that, oh, there was some contact there, I believe. Todd Brown's off into that barrier. That's going to be a big shunted damage as well then. And oh, that's going to cost him so much time. Bollick also unfortunately screwed over. These two, they got off it pretty badly. So Bollick, well, he's going to have big front damage here. And same for Todd Brown. Just absolutely smashed into the wall. Let's see what's happened here then. I want to see this from his POV as well. Right? Where did it all go so wrong? Side by side here. And then, ooh, yeah, he just got shunted and he can't get the car to steer. And as soon as he hits that grass, he's just a passenger. And then he can try and rejoin all he wants, but just lost out on so much here. Whereas the rest of it just kept going. Yeah, here he is again, just everybody else went off and that's just going to be it then. And we are well underway. All the drivers here just doing their own thing. And now it all comes down to who's going to be faster in the long run here. I think the drivers are going to have to swap around at some point as well, so it's also just that whenever you take a big risk and if you get shunted in and out, well, your teammate's going to feel that as well, so you want to make sure that you get the best of it here. So far, No surprises here. It's all looking good. Yes, I know the title's set incorrectly, by the way, Clive PXP. There's nothing that I can do about it. I didn't get a stream key update, so I'm live streaming on the old stream key, which was still set to Donington, which wasn't streamed at all. So at least there is a stream. It's all good. Title will be changed after the stream, I suppose. At least we're here, though. And, well, I guess you could say Donington's got an update here. That is Cole Mooney going a little bit too much over the edge there. Supercharged Motorsport driver. Really feeling it there. There's 2 teams on the grid here representing Supercharged Motorsports. There is the team of Cole Mooney. His teammate as well as Oliver Anderson together with Guy Kuhn and Nathan Warren is back in the server. That's good to see. It's been a while since we've seen Nathan Warren in here as well. He obviously was a driver that raced with us back in the day. Maybe 3 seasons ago or something. We drove in the Bentley and he's an absolute man of using it. Anderson close to Dominic Giese, just isn't there quite yet to open up an attack on him, and that's what you also kind of notice in these races, right? I feel like teams take a little bit less risk knowing that all the drivers that we do have on the grid, they're also very much aware that if you ruin the race now this early on, then you're also going to ruin it for your own teammate, right? And that's what you're going to try and avoid. And I guess an extra pressure just adds on top of it as well, right? Apex will win the race, mark my words. You know what, you want to place a bet on that one, my friend? Well, I'll happily place a bet on that one, actually. Dan Pickles currently stood in P10. He was one of the only drivers that I got an error with when I tried to resync it, so... and if you're seeing this, please send me the file so that I can insert it myself. To ensure that it's synchronized properly. I've had this with a couple drivers as well since I restarted my PC, and it makes it really awkward. And because here sees Paulie goes for it, but then Paulie goes wide, so immediately the switchback is there. It's wanted to say like the Verstappen versus Hamilton incident. Obviously they touched and these drivers didn't here. But the order currently is as follows. It's Konchik who has made his way up in P1, and it's Handke and Samuel and Bugua right behind him as well. And Bugua, I think if there's one driver here that I think has shown massive improvements over time and just overall just really showing what is capable. It's got to be Samuel Bugua for me. I mean, this lad's on the controller. Keep that in mind as well. It's incredible what this lad's doing here. Somebody needs to get this guy a G29 at least. He deserves it at this point. He's just pushing it to the absolute max for now. Such an automatic car as well, right? That's something that's always tickled my mind a little bit here. Why have they gone putting this in GTR? Why has this decision been made, knowing it's such an automatic car? No, I don't mind seeing it. I love when we have these kind of cars on the grid. It's just so much more a better experience than, for example, you know, just your generic BMW M4 or name it, you know. Looks like the order isn't changing too much at the moment here. It's Pollock still looking to get a little bit closer. He's now overtaken Lamb Pickles in the second attempt. Took a little while here. This is also just great to just admire these beautiful cars that we have here. And he loses a position there, and oh, Gabriele Pezzi, Forci. Oh no, it's such a massive. Oh no, not like that. It's a massive incident. And where did it start? I think it started with Colmuni. And he might have touched the Italian here. It might have been the other way around as well. We're going to find out rather soon. That was a big shunt. This is all looking okay. Oh no, yeah, that's just so awkward. And it's such a tiny contact between the two as well. And there's just nothing that he... Yeah, and then the driver behind him brakes. But just whatever he does, he just gets rear-ended, right? He was trying to avoid that incident. You can't blame him, but... Such a massive... And it looks like... Have we just seen a disconnector? I'm not sure. It looks like Betts is back in the pits here. And that has me ever so slightly worried here. That might be a big shunt as well. Looks like the order, other than that, hasn't really changed that much. And, well, Betsy's back in that pits. He was standing there for a while. John Dudley's in for repairs as well. And we could see a driver swap here as well, potentially already. Maybe it will help him a little bit here, depending how they want to set it. Obviously, there's a minimal driver time, as otherwise it wouldn't be fair. Looks like the two will be stuck there for repairs a little bit more. The driver joins the pits as well, and that's Dan Pickles here. He's come in. Not sure what the plan is for them as well, but I'm going to keep my eyes out to see if we're going to see a driver swap early. There's the 30-second stop-and-go penalty now for Betsy as well, and that's going to make it real tough. At least it's out again. So already you can see that some drivers are now lapped in as well, which is just going to make it a little bit awkward. Aaron all the way still fighting. Finding the teammate of the other Aaron Sparks, is the teammate of Samuel Bugua in this tournament all along. Quite fun to see that all these drivers are just finding each other real quick. And it took a little while as well. It's really great to see this. Still chasing, just isn't there just yet here, but look at how close he is. And around the Glen, I feel like it's also just such a great track to just build up that momentum, right? It's just goes so well. Brown. Second away from Pollock now. Also had a tough start to this, and I wasn't even to his own wrongdoing. It's just an unfortunate incident that came with it all the time, and a little bit of a shame. See it happen, and obviously now I know that David Hill is going to be a driver that's able to catch up rather quickly. Some of the other drivers, right? He's a driver that can perform and will perform as well. There's John Dudley then, behind Dan Pickles. Very close to each other for the time being, and obviously Jack Christie now predicting that Dan Pickles was going to win the entire thing as well. It's tough one for me. It looks like no changes in terms of position will happen as of yet here. Aaron Holloway is just so close by to Mbukwa now. But Kenyan doesn't let it go for free. Looks like Holloway is just... He's also really calculating this through, right? You don't want to be pushing yourself to the absolute max here and crashing out in the end. It's just going to make things really awkward in the end. So I like what I'm seeing here. I think this is a good decision. Just try and pressurize, go into a mistake, and if he makes one, you capitalize, and if not, you can just let it be. And obviously you can't last forever in these cars, we know that, right? So you're gonna have to swap out. Maybe the other driver's feeling it of pace as well. It's Aaron Sparks next up for one of the cars. Don't know about the other one. No change as of yet. John Dudley's also not really past his opponent as of yet. Keeping my eyes out. See if we're gonna see any changes soon. Not yet, at least. Here's John Dudley. this beautiful McLaren. I mean, I must say, every time I see that livery, I'm honestly in love with it. It just looks so good, and I really think it adds to the new livery that we have. And obviously, we have a new stream overlay of that as well. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. We're just looking to professionalize things a little bit here, which I'm absolutely loving for the time being. Wait, stalking a spray. But not there just yet. There, it might just come here, and Bugawa's gonna have to drag race all the way to the fungus. Now, if I'm in a drag racing commentary, I know exactly how this is gonna go down, but in the end, it's going to be a Bugawa who just about stays ahead of Aaron now. I like what I'm seeing here. He's just so patient with it. No way to find his way around just yet here. So look at go side by side again. And now maybe an opportunity in the slipstream as well. We're gonna find out real soon. So close, but Mbugua just seems to not hold down. Keeps us calm. He seems to be cool and collected for the time being. I am impressed with how Mbugua's been doing so far. And it just doesn't really look like Aaron Holloway's found his way around just yet. Maybe another opportunity will come. I mean, I can only imagine it will. There's still so much time left here. Just still ahead. Now it actually looks like he's getting away a little bit more from Aaron Holloway here. Although it's pretty marginal as well, so I wouldn't really rely on it too much. But for the time being, it's a-okay. Like Colmooney's made his way by Pollock now. Dave Fredericks now being really close by as well, so it appears that there's been something between the drivers that we hadn't seen on stream. Whatever it might be, I'm not sure. So close. They're still almost 3 wide. They're coming into turn number 1. It's not there quite yet here. So close, but yet so far. All of a sudden, the order's really changing up. There's a driver going wide. Paul Mooney is, and well, he's going to struggle to control the car afterwards, but he's lost the position, unfortunately. it looks like now immediately once those battles are settled, you're back to what we were on initially. It's Ambugo is still holding on strong. He's managed quite well the first 25 minutes of the race so far. Love to get a little bit more out of this as well, but whether we're gonna actually see that, I'm not sure. We're gonna find out in just a moment, I imagine. That looked a little bit unstable, but no, they all manage. And in the battle for P10, Dan Pickles is fighting for his life. Try and get a little bit more out of this. Whether we're actually going to see that, I'm not sure, but we're bound to find out. Maybe a move down the inside. I mean, Dudley's considering it at any given moment, but no, he's just not getting it. Wait, what has happened here? Why is Mbugo at P6 all of a sudden? How have I not noticed this? Doing so well. Was he had an incident then? I think he might have. I don't see any other possible explanation as to what's actually happened there. Making it really awkward now, as now he's all the way back there. Find himself behind Anderson, for example, which something that I did not see coming. On Dudley as well. Looks like for now Mbugo is just struggling to fight back as well, so he had the pace to keep up, but obviously catching and chasing is kind of a different story, and I think that's just going to be the story generally speaking for the rest of the race as well. We're going to find out eventually, but dares to go. Looks like Mbugo is catching Anderson now. Took a little while, but got to where he wanted to be. And I mean, once again, I'm just going to say what I said a little bit earlier as well. He's just handled stuff so well for now. Really proving his worth to any team, really showcasing what he's able to do. Randerson so close to Dominiguez as well, but he also has to look in his mirrors. They come around turn 1 yet again. Is that something I'm worried about? No, not really. But, you never know what it brings in the long term as well, right? So, yeah. Good stuff. I'm seeing here, this is fought some good battles earlier on, honestly, and I obviously had no expectations of this, right? I didn't really know where it was going to go. The SRO qualifier is one that we like, there's a kind of a lot of value actually on this as well, right? Because if you win, you get to represent us in the SRO Community Challenge, which would be pretty awesome. That is a pretty serious mark here that you'll be getting. What more is there to offer here? Looks like Bugua has fallen off once again, so now Dominiguez, ooh, side by side. I don't know if that's the risk you want to be taking here, but well, Randerson is paused. He's handling things quite well. Somehow Bugua comes in, and I think we might be seeing a driver swap here to get Aaron Sparks behind the wheel. Dominic is still chasing, but not there quite yet here. So we just gotta hit it out here. Look at how close Gies has gotten to Anderson. There goes Dominic Gies again, overtakes. He's still so close by as well, but keep in mind this is about our second to loss, which is something that I wasn't expecting to be saying at all for a driver like John Dudley, right? It's a driver that we expect to be at the top. in. Anderson still close, so close, right? And the Norwegian really hasn't been able to let go of the German's bumper either, so the battle's now getting more and more intense every second. Anderson really hasn't moved the car. And I just noticed it got him Norwegian for some reason, but obviously Anderson and Fredriksson are different people. No, Anderson's Danish, which is, well, worse, I suppose. But, no, apologies for that. I think both the Norwegians and the Danish will both be very angry at me here, but it's alright. Living to learn, I suppose. Geese now. Oh, and as I switch by, I want to see that one again here, because it looks to be all okay. All of a sudden, they're next to each other. They break. Yeah, there's the. Oh, yeah. It's just Anderson and gets launched in. And okay, no, I was just. Oh, I thought that for a second. The stream messed up there, but no, it's all right. It's not too bad still. All right, we're still in the air. Order now kind of just set in stone. Nobody's really fighting each other, right? It's Konchik who's just been focusing on the lead the entire time and pulled it off so far. No big surprises as of yet. Looks like Konchik's just gonna keep doing what he's doing. I mean, we're 21 laps in, and there's a small gap. Only 4 seconds though. Nico Handke seems to be up the pace as well. Does that surprise me? Well, not necessarily. Well, he's a rapid driver. He's proven that to us before. Let's see if anybody else is going for anything interesting. I mean, Sparks now is driving the Pink Silver here, so they have obviously driver swapped all the way along. I also just noticed how silent the GTR actually is in comparison. Which is a weird one to me. Once again, we see that Kravets is into the pits now, and he is really real tough to try and do anything this race. I mean, they're 2 laps down compared to the rest of the drivers, so it's not too big as of yet, but it's still gonna hurt him in the long run. And I just wish there was more that they could do about it now, but unfortunately, there just doesn't seem to be a possibility to try and get closer now. It's the harsh reality they find themselves in. Damn, Pickle's still in P10. He's been for as long as I can remember. Kind of a little bit of an awkward one. On the way now comes in as well, and I think we might be seeing a little driver swap here. Although you say it every time, of course, but I believe. It's going to be losing out on quite a few positions here. So who's getting in that car? Is it going to be him? We're all going to see changes. It's unsure, but it's costing them a lot of positions temporarily, of course. There goes Cole Mooney into that pits as well. Michael Syme is the teammate of Aaron Holloway. He's not coming to serve a pit stop here. He'll be driving for the foreseeable future, but that also means we're going to see fights almost immediately, although these two are on different laps here. So looks like John Dudley, who was a lap down, is not going to be much hindrance here, unless he wants to go and actively fight, right? Been on Ocon in Brazil 2018, was it? I don't know, I'm actually sure myself anymore. More drivers coming in. Anderson's in, Komuni is in, as I've mentioned before, and I guess he's going to be swapping out drivers rather soon as well. We're just going to get in that car. Oliver Anderson's in, so is Komuni now. It's taking quite a long time here as well. Now, do we see it come out yet? Whoa, it's Nathan Warren, as was to be expected, who's now hopped into the car. Who's going to be in that car instead of Oliver Anderson? Obviously, there's also still that set pit stop time that they have to oblige. Second stop and go for Oliver Anderson. Has he misbehaved? Well, now it's Guy Kuna in the car. Could have been anybody, to be fair. But 40-second stop and go. It's a tough penalty to be handed out. It's definitely not going to help him later on. That is a long time, because not only do they have to come into that pits and drive out of the pits, no, they also have to stand still for 30 seconds. That is a tough penalty to be giving. And that is significantly going to lower their chances of getting a good result in here. Been a while, but we haven't seen anything really happening on screen as well. I guess that's just sometimes how it is, right? Just a little bit awkward. Here it goes. Can't get into that pits as well. Guy Kunahan closing right along. Now Dominic Gies comes in as well, so even more drivers in their pit stops. Getting them over with. There's 1.5 hour left basically, so getting closer to that halfway point at least. We're not there quite yet. It's still going to be another 25 minutes roughly until we actually get to the end here, but keep our eye out there. Clive Bixby now replaces Nico Handke. Whereas Damien Konchik's yet to come in as well, so now he's got to real big gap. Although that is maybe also a little bit unfair, of course. And, well, still lovely stuff what we're seeing here. It's going to be benefiting them a lot, I think, just being able to put in clean air, and immediately comes in afterwards as well. And now it's up to his teammate, I think. What they're going to deliver, well, time will tell. Looks like he's come in, and we're gonna see who drops into that car. That's gonna be SRO Sullivan. That's not a name that I recognize at all, to be honest. And it's pretty interesting. Sometimes you see different names on the board that you don't immediately recognize, and this is one of those moments. So some new fresh blood in the server. That's always good to see. Absolutely love seeing that, always. There, Frederickson, still in the garage 59 car. And so was to be expected. Is now chasing David Hill, who hopped into the car a little bit more, but there's also Christie in the way here, the driver in last position. And Darren obviously got put into this car at a big disadvantage, so can't really say anything bad about it, really. Just fortunate circumstances here that weren't with them today, and sometimes life's a little bit unfair. Obviously they're going to try to make the most out of it. There, Frederickson's being chased by Aaron Sparks, who's currently 15 seconds down. There, Frederickson on the absolute limit there, so you can see it's lovely driving that we're seeing out of most of the drivers here. Will just be the same for the time being, and we're just letting it be. Michael Simon P3. Jay Sullivan leading a driver that is known to me. The Big Bane Racing driver is presenting itself. Jay O'Sullivan steering in. I mean, he's got a bigger gap now than he had before, so 15 seconds, and we have just reached the 1 hour and 30-minute mark. And that we are now at minute number 54 out of 144, so 90 minutes left. As it appears that the action is kind of just narrowed down a little bit more here. Not seeing much stuff here happening anymore. It's just been a quiet race. Obviously, normally we have 30, 40 drivers on the grid. This time it's a bit less action all around, which makes it a little bit awkward. But I guess that's just how it is. Looks like the order now is remaining mainly the same. Looks like most drivers are just either driving in no man's land or just have never really been in contention anyways. I mean, there's a 4 lap gap between O'Sullivan and Christie, for example, right? They've just been kind of doing their own thing, and nobody's really been able to stop them, really. Who's going to catch up to each other soon? It looks like the smallest gap that we have in the server is 2.5 seconds, and that is currently John Dudley over towards Darren Pickles, sorry. Dan Pickles. But other than that, it's been an eventful one for the time being. And doesn't necessarily surprise me, I guess, right? It's just a event where there's going to be less on-track action, perhaps we were hoping for, but I guess it kind of makes sense considering that, well, this is still 24 signups, right? And as soon as one person can't attend, you have 2 less drivers on the grid, so that's most definitely not helping the case here. I think that was a given, but it might not be. Order currently being as follows. It's O'Sullivan leading, followed by Bixby, and then Michael Simon P3 as well. Chris Tethers into the car in P4. Then it's Hill, Fredericks, and Sparks, Cunahan, Pickles. Then it is John Dudley, Nathan Bourne, and Darren Christie at the end of it as well. The positive note here is obviously a place where the driver just has to be really consistent, which I think makes for some really interesting racing all around. Albeit maybe not always the most entertaining form, it is still a big skill to be able to, you know, last long during a race. Like after 30 minutes of racing, I'm tired, let alone 2.24 hours. Now, obviously, these drivers are used to it. Run our fair share of endurances along the way. Looks like Guy Kunan has set an invalidated lap here, but other than that, everybody's just been handling things quite well. There is no changes. Nobody's really driving close to each other. You can see it on the track map as well. It's just so awkward sometimes, and well, I don't think too much of it anymore. I know it's just part of the race, and it just is what it is. Gap now between the leader is between the leader and the second driver is come down to 10 seconds, which is a bit more than it was before, actually. Hour and 20 minutes remaining here. We haven't really seen much action in the meanwhile. we're gonna see a fight. It looks like the race is just kind of dulled out here, and sure, you'll see some drivers close to each other, but you need to consider is that, for example, this driver, right, Aaron Sparks, sees a driver behind him, and it's all good, but like as soon as they just let each other pulse, it's all good, and really not seeing much change here, really. At least still within 3 seconds though, and this is kind of the drive that I'm hoping I will be able to catch up, but well, hoping to see a couple changes here from time to time, but at the moment it doesn't really appear that we are seeing any. Chris Teller, the big owner of the league. Dan Pickles is also getting closer now. He seems to be up there with the... I would say he seems to be up there with the pace, at least for now. No, the order actually hasn't changed for, I want to say 10 to maybe even 15 minutes now. When do we see a little more resilience? I'm hoping to see somebody catch up soon, but it doesn't really seem to happen. Order just cannot really seem to change much for now. just also just trying to shine some lights on all the other drivers that have just kind of been doing their own thing, and that's kind of difficult because there's actually very little to talk about at the moment here. We're not seeing many driver swaps. Every driver's just doing their own little thing at the moment, as we are also almost reaching that halfway point here at least. It's only one more lap until we actually get there. Perhaps even a little bit less as well. It's actually just lost the position. What's happened there now? I want to see that one again. Oh, she's driving slowly. I count that more delay onto delay. That's a little bit frustrating. Appears he's made a mistake and now he's lost the position all of a sudden. Just as I was saying, things weren't really happening. So Guy Cunahan finds himself now one position down at least. Small mistake there by the Supercharged Motorsports driver. As there is a little bit more than 1 hour and 10 minutes remaining of the race here. Guy Cunahan out still in 2 seconds here. He could definitely catch that lead if he plays his cards right. I would like to believe that is the case. That is a big mistake again by Guy Cunahan, just as I was encouraging him. Now just reaching that 1 hour and 10 minute mark. It's going to be Chris Taylor here who's going to pass Guy Cunahan rather soon. And then that's once again lapping him as well. The lead driver is on 41 laps as we speak, with the driver furthest away being on 37. So that is 4 laps between the fastest and the slowest driver on the grid right now. Well, maybe that should be taken with a pinch of salt as well, as I think that Darren Chris is definitely one of the slowest drivers. Just that all the circumstances that don't end up have made it real awkward for him. Looks like Nathan Warren is managing the gap behind and ahead quite well. Seems to not be losing too much here. Compared to Guy Cunahan, who has also made his fair share of mistakes, especially during what I believe was to be only halfway through his stint, maybe towards the end already, depending on how they're setting this up here. And you have to take into consideration that there is such a thing as the minimum and maximum driver time, which obviously we are enforcing as well. And that's also just kind of how you force drivers to go for a pit stop here, right? And drivers also obviously they take their time, so I guess that is just how it is sometimes. Dudley's come in, and most likely will be giving his car away as well. It's going to be Richard Christie now. Swap over. This is the order, by the way. Just to give you an idea how things are looking. Now, if you're wondering what the handicap is on the right side of your screen, that is basically what we call the BOP, and that's going to be based off how fast your car is. So, for example, the Ferrari is a quick car in on this track, so that will mean that to make it more fair, we'll balance out the car by adding a little bit of extra weight to it. That's basically how that works, and as a result, all the cars will be more equal. And I want to say completely equal. That's never the case. That will also be impossible and kind of ruin the immersion, I think. But there are still some cars, and then I mainly refer to, for example, older cars, right? The old BMW M6, for example. Those kind of cars that just don't really cut it anymore. They are, well, still not strong enough, even with the maximum weight reduction that the game actually offers us. You obviously don't want the cars to just fly away. Now Dan Pickles ends up losing. Well, it's actually Jack Christie in the car now. It's going to be Richard Christie that goes by. These are the family members, so I would assume that if they actually were to crash into each other, then it'd be a very awkward dinner afterwards. Let's hope they're treating it seriously, but maybe not that seriously. Bixby in the McLaren is 6 seconds away now from getting close to O'Sullivan, so he's actually caught up quite a bit here. Fair chunk that he's made up. Christie still looking to get closer to Richard Christie, but almost we reached that 1 hour mark. We're pretty close to it actually. But we're more than halfway through the race for now. It's been a tough one. I gotta say as well. Obviously, I wasn't feeling 100% throughout the entire race. I've already mentioned that, I think. I've also said that to Chris. And, well, mainly my throat, that hurts me quite a bit. But I'm trying to deliver, so, oh well, so be it. Just also coming back to the prediction here. Somebody said that that Pickles was going to be. Well, not sure about that one. Here's the order, and Jack Christie and Dan Pickles, well, doesn't really seem to be happening, but obviously, how things are looking, it is Jack Christie who's got it into his own hands now, right? So, this is just how it is now. Fredrickson comes in to serve another pit stop here, and I think they should be fine if they swap over for the last time. That might just be the last we see of Fredrickson here. Could very well be the case. When are we getting back to the racing? Well, Todd Brown is being quite okay. He's catching up there. Fredrickson's out of the car, and he is looking to sit back and relax here as Aaron Sparks will be the first car that he'll be driving up to. And behind him as well is Guy Cunan on 15 seconds, and Nathan Warren on 5 behind that as well. So fact that all these drivers are still close to each other is also just incredibly impressive, I think. Just the fact that they're able to do that is, well, something that I would never be able to do, first of all. So now Aaron Sparks gets into that pits as well, and Samuel Bugua is soon gonna take care behind. Nathan Warren also gets by, obviously. That is the result of that as well. Give you an idea, by the way, most drivers have only pitted once. A couple of exceptions here. The team of Todd Brown and Frederiksen has multiple times, so is Cunahan and his teammate. Sparks and Bugua are now in for the second time. Richard Christie is in 2 times as well, and Jack Christie is as well, together with Dan Pickles. So they've served multiple pit stops, and that also means that if they play the card right, they should be able to finish it off right now. Whereas the other ones are going to have to come in one more time as well. And Kripetsi and his teammate, Dan and Christie, well, they've stopped a couple more times. They're currently stood on 4. So plenty to race for still. This is David Hill in the World of Racing livery. It's a big change up from the big blue McLaren that he had. For as long as I can remember, really. I don't think I've seen him in much else. That was to be expected, of course. Just gonna see how much more will be presented to us here. I think there's gonna be a big challenge later on, that it all just unfolds at once, just like how it happened last time around, and I think that might just be a recurring theme here. Christie just doing his own thing as well. Jack Christie has invalidated this lap time. Michael Syme just starts a new one as well. They're still in P3. They're in a really good position now. Really can't complain about this. This is looking real solid from them right now. Minutes remaining here, and looks like the order currently still as follows. It's still Sullivan leading. Tim and Konchik have just been an unstoppable duo, and sure, Clive Bixby's been getting closer, but soon we're gonna see that Konchik gets into that car again, and then things might be looking very different. This was to be expected, of course. Just like last time round. I'm not necessarily surprised again. Steller is still quite far away from a podium. He seems to be so close, but then if you imagine he's just 40 seconds behind here in a lap. It takes, well, give a fair estimate. I don't know what that would be, but probably around the 144 mark, right? So, yeah, no, that's great stuff that we're seeing. Gap just seems to be increasing for Steller as well. It's just not necessarily that he's driving a bad race or anything. It's actually pretty much the opposite. He's been performing rather solidly, and it's just that the people that have come around to this, they just don't seem to match whatever's to be expected of them, right? And can't blame him at all. It's just been like that for a while now. Still doing his own thing. That was it. It's a little bit different than the Bentley that we usually see from him. Not much has changed. This is the back marker currently. Biela, Betsy. It's still... Actually, now they're 6 laps down already, so we've seen once again that they've kind of just slowed up a little bit more. Awkward, but I guess that's just how it is sometimes. And I guess there will be another chance for them to try and perform, but it just isn't it. Hoping for so much more, and they're not really getting any of it, fortunately. It's just how it appears to be for now. Someone will go now in the car again, and he's stood on P9. Sullivan's come in, and that means we have a new race leader. It's going to be Clive Bixby that moves on. And will be taken a, well, at least temporary E1. Now also Michael Syme comes through, but the order stays, and there's just 45 minutes left here to race over at Watkins Glen. Conan now coming in as well to serve their final pit stop of the day. So we're seeing one more time we're having a driver change here. Tether now in as well. Now everybody's into the pits. Clive Bixby, Chris Tether, David Hill's just come in as well. Nathan Warren joins in behind as well. All of a sudden it's getting rather crowded here, as most of the drivers will just be coming in to change driver behind the wheel one more time. The drivers that just finished now, they are able to relax, and they are just able to wait out the rest of the race here. Warren now comes in as well. And they're all coming out at the same time as well, but Michael Syme remains in first despite having to pit still. Gets by Christy nicely. But the gap 28 seconds, and that's not going to be good enough to stay ahead there. And Clive Bixby, obviously, he was rather quick here as well, so interesting to see now. Actually, this is definitely shaking up things again, because all of a sudden Konchik is now finding himself close again. We might still have a very exciting race in our hands here. It took a little bit longer the race to really find a groove, and it's been a rather uneventful race in the beginning especially. Looks like we are now finally getting up that place, which was just what we were hoping for. goes to Anderson in P11. Just doing his own thing for the time being, and after all the swaps came in, it looks like the race is kind of settled, right? As soon as all the drivers are going to move, we're going to see that at least, but as for now, this is just the order, and it's all looking quite okay. Watching the deltas here to see what's going to happen, but at the moment it really doesn't look like we're seeing much change. Well, it looks like Konchik is actually going to have to fight here. Bixby is quite close to him still. Yeah, lap times are fairly similar between the two, although Konchik had a invalid one. The best lap time of the entire race is actually set by Bixby though, so when it comes to the peak, it looks like Clive Bixby's got that under control with his team. In terms of absolute consistency right now, it seems like Konchik has that, and he's just crawling forward now compared to where his teammate is, and that makes me think we are soon going to get into some exciting racing. And sure, it's been a while, right? But there's still 40 minutes for the drivers to try and fight it out here, which is not too shabby. I think it's going to bring for some very great racing action afterwards as well. Now Michael Simon's come in as well, and now we're going to see what that gap's actually coming down to, as Clive Bixby is obviously going to just continue over on a straight road here. And what will that be in the end? It's looking rather close, but in the end it is just an easy overtake on Michael's time. Where is he going to fall back to? It looks like he will be, depending on if anything crazy happens to this pit stop, which I don't think is going to happen, as I don't think there's any damage to his car. Should just be in a very safe P3 still, as Chris Steller still, even though he's already come to a standstill, Chris Steller is still a minute away as we speak right now. We've just reached that minute mark. So no, I think Michael Simon will just be safe, and unless he makes a big mistake himself or goes massively wrong during the pit stop, he should just be fine to drive it out, and that is pretty nice. Alexander Pavlik in the car. He's sharing with David Hill. 6 seconds away from the bum of Chris Tedder, which makes me think there's still this possibility that these two will end up going head-to-header. At the moment, it doesn't appear to be there just yet. And same goes for Nathan Warren, who's also going to be streaming Oliver Anderson behind him if he's not careful. The gap between them is currently 3.7 seconds. There's still a fight that they're keeping up with. And that fight might be going on for a little bit longer as well. But no, it is just alright. And I'm just hoping that we'll see a battle for the lead here, but it doesn't really look like it. And that's just also showing how deceiving it might look, right? See, when you have such a long race, you really can't estimate as to where drivers are going to end up unless you have very advanced data or can somehow predict every single event happening. But no, just you gotta keep your attention on the lap brackets as well, while also paying attention as to what's happening on track, right? Seeing what the pit stop strategies are for most drivers, but obviously everybody's going to have to come in at least twice. That is just how it works at the moment. Already 5 minutes is what the clock has come down to here, and then it's just going to be a matter of crossing that line in first. But Konchik just doesn't seem to be matching the pace of Clive Bixby right now, so he wants to play their cards right. They'll be able to get it across the finish rather easily, actually. The order stays. Evan Warren now seen as well. Now in the time that we have been watching them, Oliver Anderson has got the gap down to 1.9 seconds, which was now 3.7 before. So he's gaining, but it's coming rather slowly. But you should be able to catch him at least by the end of it. And then it's just going to be, how do you make your way around that one? As long as they keep that consistency, and find that out rather soon. Obviously, Pacific Global Racing is currently leading the championship as well, with the Big Brain Racing lads behind them. And then we get to see both of the Amigos cars as well. But the number 66 car is a little bit further up down the field this time, so maybe they've just gotten a little bit lucky with it this time around, or maybe they've just, you know, overperformed in the first one, because I think they're both really good drivers. But then again, if you consider that drivers like Bixby and Konchik are consistent at the top, we're not seeing that from these drivers just yet. But obviously I've just said as well, just yet, so that might change. We gotta keep our eyes out to see what's gonna happen. It's going to be a fun event, at least this one. And there's another one after this as well, which I can't wait for. Unsure as to what the exact order is going to be though for that one. It's going to be a blast, I can guarantee you that much. There is only 32 minutes remaining, and in those 32 minutes we are soon going to be finding out what the order actually is going to be like. I don't really know what to expect at this point, to be honest. Gotta be honest here. It's just a complete mystery for now. But whatever the order might be, we're going to find out as soon. It looks like Kupets is coming in again. So we are seeing some changes there. We are seeing maybe another... I'm not actually sure what the plan here is. It's a little bit hard to predict for me. And I gotta be honest here, I think that it doesn't necessarily matter as well what it is, because I know that it's just gonna be well, it's too difficult to catch up. I mean, there are 58 laps, the leaders are on 63, but also just the drivers behind them, they're just so much further down, and I'm afraid that there's just too little time to catch up. Now they've come in again, that's going to cost them extra time as well, of course. And it is just incredibly tough here. Minutes now. Allenson has finally found the back of Nathan Warren here, and I was telling you that moment was going to come eventually, and now it actually has arrived. And now we're going to see if it will be a move made by Oliver Rooster Anderson eventually, or if it's just going to be too little too late. It's going to be very hard to see. Let's go on board with him a little bit here, see what the results will be. I am particularly curious to see how well they're going to be able to hold on. Nathan Warren has been consistent all around, but as you have that pace handed it right now, they're also the only drivers really close to each other here. As with 30 minutes on the clock, there's going to be very little that they're able to do in terms of changes, the car, or anything like it. It's just you gotta tough it out now. Done anything you could, now you have to defend. Now you have to prove your worth, and I think I'm going to try to do exactly that. Personally, I think there might just be potential here. I feel like Anderson will get him eventually. I think it's just a matter of waiting for that move to happen. Nathan Warren's been doing a solid job, but it just doesn't seem to be quite enough, unfortunately. Which I hate to admit, but yeah, racing's rather difficult sometimes to manage, I guess. And well, this is definitely one of those cases here. Gap now 0.7 seconds. He was closer at some point here, but unfortunately it came to no avail. Now once again he's close, and this time I'd be looking to do it. Let's go aboard with Oliver Rusto Anderson. section of the circuit that just flows so well. And oh, when they hit it right, it's just so satisfying, isn't it? Might soon be time to get a move on here. At some point that time's just gonna keep ticking away, and you're really gonna be feeling it as well, so just doesn't have the pace just yet. Maybe in this fast flowing sector, getting ready for that weird kind of, I don't really know how to describe it here, that kind of weird, it's not really a trainer curve section, is it? But it is just such a very weird, awkward kind of S-shaped turn, which I'm loving, by the way. I think it's a great unique characteristic of a track to have, just such a corner like that. But handling it, well, that's the second part. And yes, we do have a true battle on our hands still. It looks like Live Big TV is going to win this one. With now a 32-second gap, he's managed it so well. But still, things can change. There, but now the problem is also that if you look at the wing cam here, Jack Christie is getting involved in that. I'm gonna sit right up in my chair again because this might just get very exciting. This all of a sudden could very well change, and well, it's thanks to these three drivers all finding each other now. 23-minute remaining, and not only have we been rewarded with a battle, no, we've been rewarded with a freeway stride here. There's the first position changed already. Now Oliver Andens made his way past Avon Warren here, and that was to be expected, but Konchik's also getting involved into this, so you gotta be careful. Because could very well change at any moment here. minutes remaining then. We see that now the gaps between the drivers have kind of just got equal. And now it is all up to the Christies to try and defend here. Jack Christie is ahead. Then Anderson still would need to be careful as well, as Nathan Warren's behind him as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that one will pan out in the end. Stays, and looks like we're not going to see many changes here now. Although, when I say that, look, Augusto Anderson, after 2 hours, is now once again close up to Jack Christie. And Jack Christie is going to be careful here. I mean, the lap times are fairly similar. Looks like Anderson is actually a little bit faster, and I say that, I actually mean more than a second. Because it appears that Christie's made a mistake in the last lap, because even though he's doing faster averages, he's now under attack, and well, this time, no potential for a move just yet here, so Augusto Anderson just kind of has to let him go. It goes a little bit too wide to have the perfect exit there, and he can on the throttle as soon as he'd like, and that allows for Jack Christie to kind of get away a little bit more, but it's still all so marginal. Well, for Augusto Anderson, still has plenty of time to make this up as well. There is still 19 minutes. They can try and do this in. So close, right? I mean, you should be able to do this as well. I have my beliefs, and well, Jack Christie's told me before that it's going to be Dan Pickles winning that race. Well, unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case for now. When it looks like into turn one, there's absolutely no problems for Jack Christie to defend. The order stays. It's still going to be Augusto Anderson ahead of Jack Christie, as he's made a small mistake there. And then it is just going to be Nathan Ward to stay behind him as well. There's a good chance that we're going to see some action out of him as well. I mean, at this point, he'd be absolutely pushing it, right? At this point, it doesn't matter anymore. Like Oliver Anderson's able to get away from Jack Christie, and means that Jack Christie, rather than looking forward, is going to have to look backwards just a little bit more often here. As you can just see how close they are to each other here. Even Warren is so close by to completing that move. You see how much more speed he's carrying through this as well. Obviously, that is no guarantee of anything as of yet either, so we're going to see how this one goes down. I am curious because this battle could still last the entire way coming through, where Clive Bixby's been leading the race rather convincingly. I mean, it's 38 seconds clear. It's it's mainly going to be between these two drivers that we're going to be watching that battle turn out here. There was an opportunity for Nathan Warren there, but he's not able to go side by side, and the Supercharged Motorsport driver here would just love to complete that move right now, but I have to be patient. Hoping that a move comes, and Warren just stays behind for now. Still no connection between the two. Christie trying his hardest to try and get away. I'll tell you that. One thing, that's not going to be easy, is it? Now it's just not it, and I'm waiting for an opportunity to arise here, but there just really doesn't seem to be one at the moment, which is a little bit frustrating. I would have loved to see it, but it's just tough luck here, and obviously Dan Pickles, once they came in, that was just it, right? And I'm sure there might have been a way to get more out of this, but it just doesn't appear to be here now, and that is frustrating for them, right? They wanted to get a little bit more out of this, it just wasn't going to happen, I'm afraid, and left them at this now. But the order now remains once again, and we've kind of hit that dead spot of the race now where Nobody's really able to overtake or do anything interesting for that part, which is a shame. But, it does make sense in the end. I'm afraid this could just be the final order here, unless Alexander Bodrick is able to catch up somehow. And there might be a possibility all along. But, nothing's a certainty at this point. No, for now it stays the same, and I guess that was kind of supposed to happen, right? It's just when you reach certain consistency, I guess that's just kind of where you're stuck at then as well. Like now, it's getting closer, and Chris Tedder, well, he's a seasoned veteran, right? He knows how to handle positions like this, but still, it's never going to be comfortable. And Chris Tedder knows this, so he's trying his best to try and avoid any form of battle coming into this now. But whether that's actually going to happen at all, we're going to find out rather soon. And meanwhile, it looks like finally we've got to the point where the race has been renamed as well, which is great. A little while longer, but it looks like we finally got there. And Christie also still trying to get closer, but it's mainly going to be an Alexander Pollock here to try and do anything. I think this is going to be the main battle to watch now, with Chris Tedder bending for all his life. We'll see what else comes of it here. .8 seconds with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go. down to 0.7, so he's gained quite a bit now, 0.6 as well, and soon that slipstream is going to be taken into account as well. Makes me believe it's still possible here, but Chris Tedder obviously is a hard object to come by. Being able to pass Chris Tedder is definitely also just a true test of your skill here, but there's very little time left to try and do this. Once again, it looks like Orange Christie's come in as well, and they might just be coming in again. I'm not sure for what, but... Oleg still trying, but Christopher seems to be handling his stuff right rather well in the dark, actually. Despite that, the temperatures are actually still quite high up as well. As here's the Orange Christie, just to add salt into that wound as well, finds himself on a 30-second stop and go penalty, which is going to have to serve for others soon. And it's frustrating, just because you already were so far down, right? And now you find yourself position like this. That one hurts, and I'm afraid there's just not much that they can do about it, really. Now Pollock's all over him. 2 or 3 laps is always getting to try and get it over with, to try and get by, and it's going to be so difficult for Chris Tedder to hold on as well. He knows that, so he's going to try his absolute hardest here to try and maintain that P4, and that would be at least a decent result they're getting out of this now. Whether we're actually going to see it happen, I'm not sure. But, keeping my eyes out. .4 seconds still. Chris Tedder still ahead. It's becoming rather tight. Almost there, but there's only a minute left on the clock as well, so time's running. They absolutely know this as well, so there's able to hold on, at least for the time being here. But 30 seconds on the clock, they're going to be able to cross the line again. Now it's all going to come down as well to where are the leaders. And the leaders should be able to put in another lap, which is actually favoring Pollock here now.
Right, man. Leader is on the final lap. Give it all
There
you
it
can.
is. Leaders on the final lap. Give it all you can. That's the instructions. Hand it over now. What they have to do is rather clear. Just try and push it through to the end here. Chris Tiller right now is looking to hold on rather well. Well, looks like we might get a race winner soon here. The some back marks already crossing. Konchik comes in second here. Actually, no, they're able to go another lap, of course. So we're waiting for the leader to come in. Then we finally have our standings here. But we're going to be watching these for a while. And we're going to have to go for it again. That's now definitely made things even more interesting. See where they're going to end up. Pollock's just trying to pedal all the way to the end here. Just to show you what it looks like from the inside as well, right? It's just almost so close, but no cigar. Coming across that straight again, and well, they're gonna have to go at it again as well. And Pollock's now gonna move over. No, it's not gonna happen. There's no space there. And meanwhile, though, Clive Bixby wins the race with relative ease, and
The leader has finished the race.
gotta say as well, I don't know what else I was expecting really. It's just a very, very well orchestrated result here. And massive congratulations to the drivers here. Google in P7, Anderson P9, Warren in P10 in the end. Now number 999 is going to come in here. Heather is still ahead, so we also have to keep that one in mind here. As it obviously is rather close between them, so yeah. Who knows where this one's going to go. And well, that should just be the order coming in now. And Schick, in the end, will finish P2, and Aaron Holloway with a very well-deserved P3. Now it's up to Chris Stetter, as well as Pollock, to try and finish it off here. And well, it's still so close between the two, but it looks like Chris Stetter might just have it there. I think Pollock there hit the wall or something, because I saw some sparks coming out of the car there. These two were the only drivers not finished yet. That means that Richard Christie's coming in P8. And, well, it has been a rather close matchup here. But there is the order, then Chris Stetter will be able to finish it off in the end. Very well done by Chris Stetter. And he's able to put in that P4 in the end. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have enjoyed that race, because it was honestly quite exciting in the end. Right, and it is difficult, right? Now, the thing for me is that these races are just incredibly tough, right? To commentate, because there's, first of all, a lack of drivers in that sense, so it's just there's less to do, and you know, that makes it tough. But that was to be expected, of course, and I guess there's not much else that I can say about it now, but I hope you guys have enjoyed regardless. My name's Ricky. It's been an absolute pleasure providing the stream show. You can find me on Twitter at RDC Broadcasting, and I hope to see you guys again next Monday, when we will be moving on to another track as well. And I hope that one is a little bit more exciting in the middle part as well. But yeah, once again, feels good to have done it. It feels good to be back as well after my small break due to me being ill, unfortunately. And I can't wait to be back on the mic again. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.
shadows till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Street, are you with me further?